Hello everybody, welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we've got more Sonic and Knuckles.
Yes. Yes.
Oh jeez. Those are not very large platforms.
And the rocks are disintegrating.
Oh, how did that miss?
What?
Yeah, I always found that thing to be kind of weird. I think you're supposed to, like, spin dash out of it. Because otherwise the cloud just hovers over you and keeps causing you to get hurt until you die.
I mean, I feel like... I don't know, that was like no time to react.
Yeah, that particular case was especially quick. And then there's that. See, Knuckles. I keep trying to do stuff that is beyond just the basic get through, and it's not working.
That's okay. We got time. Sometime. We've spent longer on other games. Much longer.
See, it was just because I was trying to get an extra hit on that enemy to see if I could, like, defeat it or whatever, and it didn't work. You really got to time that jump right.
Yeah.
Oop.
Yeah. Lava. Man, I know this is coming out like after... Well, there'll still be sales going on, but yeah, they just started like a bunch of sales on Steam and Xbox, and even though I don't even have enough time to play the games that I do have, I always end up spending money and buying more games. I bought, I was telling Matt, I bought Sonic Lost World, so we can play that on the channel. I'm very excited. And I also bought DBZ Sparking Zero, which I've been meaning to get for a long time, and it was on a pretty good sale. I don't know if I'd play that on the channel, but it was a game I wanted.
Okay, I thought I was going to be able to jump over that. Didn't give me as much space as I thought it would, I guess. Come on. Hello.
Whoa, yes! Bonus stage? Oh no.
Nah, I didn't have enough rings.
Dang it.
Especially considering I barely had any at that moment.
I thought it was Chaos Emerald 1, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't that. Whoa. That went down a lot lower than I expected.
That was a funny animation.
Alright, I'm invincible!
Yes.
I'm just going to zip my way through everything here now.
Blitz through.
Alright, now. Oh, right. How am I? Oh, right. This is what I actually need to get damage on.
Wow, I don't remember this one at all.
Or I guess I can damage those too.
Those little bullet things are the same color as the lava. It's very hard.
What? You saw that it put me like right behind it, right? And I forgot to save just before this, so
that's all right. You have 15 lives. You're good.
Yeah, I will save now though.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't make sense. You know, I wonder if this thing that you're playing right now is on sale, because I don't have that vintage collection. I think I bought Sonic 3 like by itself somehow on Xbox, but I don't know. Check that.
Well, yeah, I bought all of these separately.
Oh, okay. Because every time you... Oh, I guess they just use the same interface or something.
Yeah. Same, like, emulation software or whatever. What the heck? Okay, you see how I'm, like, jumping basically at the edge of that, but it's not registering.
Yes, I do. Not fun. Doesn't make sense.
Maybe I should be spin dashing like that more.
Oh. Okay.
Instead of trying to jump. Nope, that doesn't do anything to it. So many weird little quirks.
Did you... Sorry, I'm not trying to change the subject. There was some kind of like Cloudflare outage.
Yeah,
I
saw that it happened. I would not have known otherwise, though.
Me too, yeah. Like, I didn't really notice. Oh, actually, okay. One wiki that I was trying to access wasn't working. And I was just like, whatever, it's probably my connection. But then I found out, yeah, there's some kind of weird outage. I don't think it's still going, but... Yeah, I didn't notice, but everyone's like, oh yeah, of course. It's a huge outage. Anyway, oh yeah, go ahead.
This, like, even just going back to the big software as a service push, this kind of stuff is why I was not a big fan of that. Never mind, like, relying so heavily on AI and all sorts of other things like we've got too many things relying on a select few, and we keep leaning more and more towards that with our technology.
Yep, it's true. You know, they're having, I heard they're having, I mean, like, for one thing, there's the automated delivery things, but they're also starting, there's some company that's doing a remote driving car for, like, Uber. And so, basically, they will have, the cars will have drivers, but they're not in the car, they're, like, remote. And so what they're claiming is, it's safer for the passenger and the driver because you don't get sketchy people and you're not going to get, you know, mugged or whatever. But this is what, like, exactly what you're talking about. What happens if there's a Cloudflare outage while the car's on the freeway? Like, how is that going to work? And they claim that, we have multiple connections and, you know, backups on backups. But, like, something somewhere can go wrong and will go wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's awesome. You have that to look forward to. I mean, it's only in like one city right now, but of course they're trying to expand it. Jeez, there are like so many games that I've just never heard of. So weird.
Fuck on it. Yep.
Oh my gosh, there's a... Sorry, I'm just kind of looking through the games. There's a Final Fantasy 1 through 6 bundle. It's like every 2D Final Fantasy. I always get distracted by this. Okay, I need to stop. We can do the passage of the day.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have, I just read this and I kind of maybe overlooked it when I was reading Luke on my own. But it's, you know, I sometimes feel like the writers of the Gospels, we don't get a ton of behind the scenes or like background information, but this is one kind of peek into the writer of Luke. So it says, this is Luke 1, verses 1 through 4. Many have undertaken to draw up an account of the things that have been fulfilled among us, just as they were handed down to us by those who were from the first were eyewitnesses and servants of the word. With this in mind, since I myself have carefully investigated everything from the beginning, I too decided to write an orderly account for you, most excellent Theophilus, so that you may know the certainty of the things you have been taught. And so, yeah, first of all, do you know who Theophilus is? Who's talking to?
I honestly don't really know much offhand.
Okay. Maybe I'll look that up later. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting because it's like, okay, firstly he says there are many others who have tried to like draw up an account and write down all the stuff that happened. We know there's more gospels that were written that aren't in the Bible. You know, for one reason or another, they're not reliable, or, you know, there's many reasons why it didn't end up in the Bible. But just thinking about like that time in history where all of these amazing things happened, and you have all these people trying to write down like the accurate stuff, and then here's Luke saying like, I carefully investigated everything from the beginning, including the birth, because obviously he didn't witness that, but it's included in this gospel. The John the Baptist's parents getting pregnant when they're very old, and then of course Mary and Joseph. Those are things he would have to investigate, and then of course his own account. So yeah, it's just kind of cool because sometimes I do wonder, okay, this is like a gospel, an eyewitness account, but how could he know about, you know, the angel that appeared to John the Baptist's mom? Well, here you go. He says he investigated it. Yeah, it just kind of fills in some of those blanks, but I overlooked it the first time I read this gospel. And the funny thing, I almost read a little bit about the John the Baptist's birth, because like his, you know, the angel appeared to his dad and said, you know, Elizabeth's gonna have a baby, but they're very old. And so he's like, well, like, how do I know this is gonna happen? And then the angel's like, I'm Gabriel, an angel of the Lord, and because you didn't believe me right away, you're going to be silent until the baby's born. And also, your son is not going to be able to drink, and he has to, have long hair and, all this stuff. So I was thinking, I mean, both him and his wife would have had to be able to read and write, because if he can't speak and there's all these rules that he needs to know, he's got to be able to write it down and convey it to my wife, and the name, because everyone was like, well, aren't you going to name him after his dad? And she's like, no, I'm going to name him John. And it was like, but there's no one named John in your family. She's like, nope, John. Wow, I don't remember this part either. Oh, hey, Metal Sonic. Nice. Anyway, yeah, I just thought it was interesting. That was it.
Yeah, and I almost get the impression from what John's writing in this, or Luke, sorry. From what Luke's writing in this introduction, that, like, Theophilus might have had some doubts about other people's accounts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
so Luke's coming along like, here, let me set the record straight for you. You know me. You can trust that when I tell you I've investigated these things, that's what I did.
Huh. Well, I asked Copilot just real quick, and Copilot says the identity is unknown, but Luke dedicated the Gospel of Luke and Acts to Theophilus. So,
yeah, Luke wrote both of them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. So I wonder if Theophilus was the one who kind of spread this around. Like, Luke wrote it to him, and then there's all this debate about what happened, and Theophilus is like, you guys, Luke wrote me all of this stuff, just so you know. Like, this is super accurate. Yeah, being alive in that time would have just been crazy, because you have the Pharisees who are trying to paint Jesus as a demon, and you have multiple gospels telling what happened. It's just like, for one thing, it's undeniable that something incredible happened. And like now in this day and age, of course, 2,000 years later, many people doubt that anything happened. But like back then, very closely after, there was no question that something incredible happened. It was just figuring out, people wanted to figure out what it was that happened.
Yeah.
I think even some Jewish scripture, I don't remember which book, Talmud maybe, I think that's the one, says, paints Jesus to be whoa, was that a ring attack? Weird. Like basically declares Jesus a demon, because even in the gospel they said something like, who could command demons except another demon? Why would they? Oh, geez.
But yeah, that was pretty much exactly something that the Pharisees said.
Yeah, exactly. But then I've also talked to some Jewish people, and they're like, no, we think Jesus is a prophet. And it's like, wait a second, what? I mean, there's different, I guess, denominations, so that could be part of it, right?
Well, the broader Jewish opinion of Jesus has probably changed.
Yeah.
Over the years.
That's true.
There really are very slim windows in which to get any hits on Metal Sonic here.
Yeah.
And, of course, if I get hit, I'm just trying to get my ring back.
He has a lot of health. It's like the Kingdom Hearts situation that I had. Like, when you can see the health bar, it doesn't seem so bad, but when you can't see the health bar, it's like, oh my gosh, how many hits? And how come you can't take power from the Chaos Emerald like Metal Sonic? Or is it like a corrupted Robotnik Emerald?
Also, apparently this one is supposed to be the Master Emerald. That would be why it's so much bigger.
Yeah, that would make sense. The one Knuckles is supposed to defend. Gotcha.
Okay, I forget if I'm at 5 or 7 hits at this point.
Jeez.
And right there, just that little bit of a dip is all the more of a chance you get. There we go.
Nice.
Okay. Phase 2 victory.
Woo!
And I think now that it's showing that, that's everything.
Nice. All right. Sonic saves Knuckles. Awesome.
But yeah, going back to the Bible passage for a sec, it's like...
Yeah.
Luke even notes that there are many accounts, and like... There are plenty of accounts that aren't even in the Bible, like you said, and so, like... Realistically... Jesus was one of the most documented people of any time...
Yeah.
Before then, quite a while after then, you know, before we had massive amounts of printing materials.
Right.
So, overall, that just kind of serves as a bit of evidence. Not saying this is proof in and of itself, but a bit of evidence that, yeah, Jesus was a real person who actually did these things, and most of the accounts agree on a lot of the information.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was reading some book about Jesus that wasn't the Bible, and he was talking about how if you want to. Like, we obviously can't go to the past and prove anything. So at a certain point, you have to accept a number of, like, written accounts about a person to accept that they did indeed exist. So if you believe that Napoleon Bonaparte exists, you know, we can't go back and prove that guy existed, but we have so many written historical accounts that, you know, Napoleon Bonaparte existed, and therefore, okay, we gotta believe he's real. Well, Jesus had, like, you know, 20 times the amount of written accounts that Napoleon Bonaparte did.
Yeah.
So if you believe he existed, well, you gotta believe Jesus has existed too.
Or at least it logically follows.
Yeah. And if you don't, well, then you gotta really reconsider your view on history and, like, what you can even believe. Ah, that was something interesting, yeah. Good. Nicely done. You beat it. Thank you, Cube Core and Opus Core.
Yeah.
Deborah McCracken, good job.
So I suppose I will personally be taking a break from Sonic games for a bit.
No.
Although I do have Sonic 4 technically.
I don't know anything about Sonic 4.
It operates very similarly while just trying to be a modern looking version of it, I guess.
Interesting. Dun dun dun. Wow, I didn't know they left on a cliffhanger.
Well, that's supposed to be the, hey, if you get all the Chaos Emeralds, maybe there's more.
Okay.
Kind of thing. I think.
Keyword being maybe. Very nice, very nice.
And it just stays on that screen for a while. Anyway, okay. Well, whatever's up next, that's definitely going to do it for Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, specifically. Let us know of any games you might want us to play, or people you might want us to collab with, or anything like that.
We want to know. Alright.
But until the next time we see or hear from you, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.